Sherrone, if you could take us through the drive that you needed to have, just when things were getting a little tense, you got the drive you needed to have.
Yeah, I think our players did a really good job of, it's not going the way you want it to. It looks this way, and they just buckled down and played Michigan football. Really grinded it out on the ground. I was really proud of how the O-line started to come off the ball, and then knew we can go to 18 in the red zone, and he did a really good job making a play. It was a great throw by Davis. I think these guys did a really good job all night with their connection. Colson had 8 catches for 87 yards and a touchdown. And really, I thought Davis did a really good job putting the football where it needs to be. The one pick, we told our guys on the sideline, like, at some point we got to go up and you got to play defense too, and you got to go get the ball in the post. So I thought he really did a great job controlling the offense, and I thought 18 did a great job as well.
Adam?
Sherrone, what kind of went into the decision to go with Davis, and what did he show you to kind of lift him into that role?
Yeah, I mean, just training camp. Him and Alex had a really good training camp, but ultimately he won the job. The last week, really, he was just consistent, took care of the football, made plays against that defense that you saw out there. So for us, it was a guy that they played hard for both players, but he ultimately took the job and won it. So that made the decision easier for us.
Isaiah?
Sherrone, if you could walk us through that series there in the fourth quarter with the 2 overturned interceptions and what kind of happened for you and what you saw in those?
Yeah, I thought our defense was playing hard. I think, sometimes you get a little too emotional. We got to keep our composure in some things that were going on, and we ended up getting a pick with Will at the end, which was awesome. But it was just a lot of back and forth. They're a good football team too. I'm not taking anything away from them, but at the end of the day, especially our D-line, these guys up front, they just kept the pressure on their O-line and kept him backing up and throwing the ball. So they did a really good job of just making sure that we got the ball back.
Chris?
Can you just talk about the job that Khalil did on the last drive, and then also Dom's performance in the second half after kind of a rough first half maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Khalil was running it extremely hard. Look at his stats. He was 15 carries for 92 yards. He averaged 6.1 a carry, so that's pretty good. And he had 3 kick returns for 74 yards, so 168 yards of total all-purpose yards. So pretty good performance by Khalil. And O-line it takes time. I've said it before. You're not going to be the same product you are in week 2. They'll be better next week. So it's going to take time for them to gel, and I think they needed that last drive to really get that feel what it feels like to be together and grind through a game, and it's going to help them and prevail for us for sure.
Up front, Larry?
Sherrone, can you take us through your night pregame? It looked like you were so fired up you might have suited up, and then just kind of threw the game tighter than you maybe thought, etc.
Yeah, I wasn't suiting up. I've held the bag for a couple of these guys and take snaps. I give snaps to Davis, so I got no snaps left in me, and I got no plan on trying to return and no eligibility. But I mean, that's just who I am. Wore my emotions on my sleeve. I was excited, so I expressed it. But I was so excited just to watch our boys play. It's when you're in training camp, when you're in spring ball, and you're doing all this, and you get the opportunity to be out there. You only get 8 opportunities this year to go out there in front of our home crowd and play. So, yeah, I was going to be excited, and I was hopefully infecting some juice in them, and they played really hard.
Well, Joe?
Sherrone, you knew losing so many starters from a championship team that it wasn't going to be an immediate, easy transition. Was it about what you thought, or was those growing pains, at least early on, even more than you thought they might have been?
No, I think we're always gonna strive to be perfect. Defense played really good, but there's been things that they want to get better at. Offense, we had our ups and downs, and we're gonna try to get better. So there's not really a time we're ever gonna think we've reached the pinnacle and reached where we needed to be, because I think when you do that, you've already lost. So for us, in all the phases, special teams as well, we're gonna just continue to strive to be better.
Noah?
Yeah, with Khalil's performance and with him getting more touches than Donovan tonight, do you see him as a potential lead back for this offense?
I mean, we think we have two guys that are starters, so we'll play both of them. Let them keep playing, and you're going to need all of them for the long drive, long haul of the season. So we'll just keep playing both of them.
Reminder, we got 3 players here. We'll start.
Yeah, let's ask them. They're the ones that
Don't
play.
worry, I'm getting there. If I could go to Davis, just what was your reaction when you did realize you'd be starting and you were told that, and then obviously getting a majority of snaps tonight? Just walk us through those emotions.
Yeah, I think first of all, just excited when Coach pulled me in and let me know, and felt just proud of the way that I performed in camp. And then I think that night and then but once the next morning hit, I was like, man, now it's time to like really win football games. And that switch flipped pretty naturally for me. And I just knew that this team needed to rely on me and I needed to be a guy that they could count on. And so it went right into like, all right, now it's time to go. And kind of proud of the way the guys battled tonight and the guys trusted me and rallied around me. And we got a lot of work to do, but I'm excited where it started.
Well, let's hear Aaron.